The United Kingdom faces a significant economic challenge. Public debt is projected to increase dramatically. This issue is a serious concern for the UK government. The Office for Budget Responsibility, or OBR, has issued a stark warning. Their report highlights the potential for a public debt crisis. This crisis could have far-reaching consequences. The OBR is an independent body. It provides economic forecasts to the government. The OBR's projections are alarming. They suggest that the UK's debt-to-GDP ratio could triple by the mid-2070s. This means that the UK would owe 3 times its annual economic output. This situation would be unsustainable. The projected increase in public debt has several causes. The COVID-19 pandemic had a significant impact. The government spent heavily to support the economy. This spending added to the national debt. Additionally, the UK has long-term fiscal imbalances. These imbalances are making the situation worse. The OBR's report is a wake-up call. It underscores the need for decisive action. The UK government must address this issue urgently. Failure to do so could have severe consequences for the country's economy and its people. The OBR's projections are based on a detailed analysis. They consider a wide range of factors. These factors include economic growth, inflation, and interest rates. The OBR also considers demographic changes. The OBR's central forecast is concerning. It predicts a significant increase in public debt. However, the OBR also provides alternative scenarios. These scenarios show how different factors could affect the debt trajectory. For example, lower economic growth could lead to a sharper increase in debt. Conversely, higher productivity growth could help to mitigate the debt burden. The OBR's projections are not set in stone, they are subject to uncertainty. However, they provide a valuable framework. This framework can help policymakers to understand the scale of the challenge. It also helps them to make informed decisions about how to address it. Rising public spending is a major driver of the projected debt increase. The UK government faces increasing demands for public services. These demands come from healthcare, education, and social welfare programs. Healthcare costs are a particular concern. The UK has a National Health Service, or NHS. The NHS provides free healthcare to all citizens. However, the NHS faces significant financial pressures. These pressures come from an aging population and the rising cost of new medical technologies. Social welfare costs are also increasing. This increase is due to factors such as an aging population and rising poverty levels. The government provides a range of social welfare benefits. These benefits include pensions, unemployment benefits, and housing assistance. These programs are essential for supporting vulnerable people. However, they also put a strain on public finances. The NHS is a cherished institution in the UK. It provides high-quality healthcare to all citizens. However, the NHS is facing unprecedented challenges. These challenges threaten its long-term sustainability. One major challenge is the aging population. People are living longer. This is positive news. However, it also means that there are more people with age-related health conditions. These conditions require expensive treatments and long-term care. Another challenge is the rising cost of new medical technologies. Medical advancements are constantly being made. This is good news for patients. However, new drugs and treatments are often very expensive. This puts a strain on the NHS budget. The impact of an aging population. The UK's population is aging. This demographic shift has significant implications for public finances. An aging population means that there are fewer people of working age and more people who are retired. This trend has a direct impact on the government's finances. Fewer working-age people means that the government collects less tax revenue, while more retired people mean that the government has to pay out more in pensions and other benefits. This combination of factors really puts a strain on the public purse. The aging population is a complex issue with no easy solutions. However, it is a challenge that the UK government must address. Failure to do so will exacerbate the public debt crisis. The government's response: a balancing act. The UK government is aware of the challenges posed by rising public debt and is taking steps to address the issue. However, the government faces a difficult balancing act. It needs to reduce the deficit while also maintaining public services. The government has implemented a number of austerity measures in recent years. These measures have included cuts to public spending and tax increases. These measures have been unpopular, but they have helped to reduce the deficit. The government is also trying to boost economic growth. Stronger economic growth would generate more tax revenue, which would help to reduce the debt burden. The government is implementing policies to encourage investment and job creation. However, the success of these policies remains to be seen. The importance of productivity growth. Productivity growth is essential for reducing public debt. Productivity refers to the amount of output produced per unit of input. When productivity grows, the economy can produce more goods and services with the same amount of resources. This leads to higher living standards and increased tax revenue. The UK has experienced sluggish productivity growth in recent decades, which has contributed to the country's fiscal challenges. There are a number of reasons for the UK's productivity slowdown. These reasons include underinvestment in infrastructure and education, as well as a lack of innovation. Boosting productivity growth is essential for addressing the UK's public debt problem. The government needs to implement policies that encourage investment in research and development, skills training and infrastructure. Mitigating factors, global warming and public health. While the outlook for the UK's public finances is challenging, there are potential mitigating factors. These factors could help to alleviate the debt burden. Two such factors are limiting global warming and improving public health. Global warming is a major threat to the global economy. It could lead to more frequent and severe natural disasters. It could also lead to disruptions to food production and water supplies. These effects could have a devastating impact on the UK economy. Improving public health is another important factor. A healthier population is more productive. A healthier population also places less strain on the healthcare system. The government can take steps to promote healthy lifestyles. It can also invest in preventative healthcare measures. Global warming, an economic and fiscal threat. Global warming is not just an environmental problem, it is also an economic and fiscal threat. The effects of climate change could cost the UK economy trillions of pounds over the coming decades. One of the most significant economic impacts of climate change is likely to be from extreme weather events. The UK is already experiencing more frequent and intense heat waves, floods and storms. These events can cause damage to infrastructure, disrupt businesses, and lead to loss of life. In addition to the direct costs of extreme weather events, climate change is also likely to lead to indirect economic costs. For example, rising temperatures could reduce agricultural yields, while more frequent heat waves could lead to increased demand for energy for cooling, driving up energy prices. Public health, a wise investment. Investing in public health is not just the right thing to do morally, it is also a wise economic decision. A healthier population is more productive and places less strain on the healthcare system. This can lead to significant savings for the government in the long run. There are a number of ways in which the government can invest in public health. One important measure is to promote healthy lifestyles. This can be done through public awareness campaigns, education programs, and making healthy choices easier. Another important measure is to invest in preventative healthcare. This includes things like vaccinations, screenings, and early intervention programs. By preventing illness and disease, the government can save money on expensive treatments down the road. The road ahead, challenges and opportunities. The UK faces significant fiscal challenges in the years ahead. Rising public debt is a major concern. However, there are also opportunities to address this issue. The government needs to take a long-term view. It needs to make tough decisions about spending and taxation. It also needs to invest in areas that will boost productivity growth. These areas include education, infrastructure, and research and development. The UK is a resilient country. It has overcome many challenges in the past. By working together, the government, businesses, and individuals can address the public debt challenge. They can build a more prosperous future for all.